Sebentar ya. Aku izin share screen. Oke, kita mulai aja. Ini sebelumnya kita mulai ada sedikit peraturan ya. Jadi silakan tulis nama sesuai pendaftaran. Mohon di mute. Kalau ada pertanyaan nanti bisa raise hand atau langsung unmute dan bicara aja. Kalau agak malu ya silakan untuk ketik di chat. Ya, ini saya perkenalkan Bu Rona Wati Wongso, CFA. Beliau adalah CEO PT Karisma Rantai Biwa Bawah, Business Consultant dan Coach. Bu Rona Wati adalah seorang CFA Charter Holder dan CEO Rantai Breakthrough Consulting, a business consultant specializing in profit optimization dan company turnaround. Dia memiliki 30 tahun pengalaman sebagai pemimpin dan 20 tahun sebagai CFO. Dia banyak membantu perusahaan untuk meningkatkan profitnya, optimize profitnya, dan juga turnaround companies. Dia juga seorang penulis buku Company Makeover for Massive Profit yang ada di Tokopedia maupun di rantai businessacademy.com. Saya persilakan Bu Rona, waktu dan tempatnya.
Terima kasih Pak Rahmat. Hello everyone. Good evening. I'm so pleased to see you all. And I see your energy that you'd like to transform your career. So I'm very pleased today that I will discuss with you about transform your confidence, transform your career. I believe every one of you today would like to transform your career. Some of you probably believe that having the hard skill is very important and will get you to transform your career. But there are other ingredients that could help you transform your career, and that's what I will discuss today. So I hope everyone is fresh, have a good evening, and enjoy and relax. I would like to share about my experience, how my confidence transformed my career. And it's still fresh in my mind when I was fresh out of college and started my career. But before I continue, I would like to introduce myself. I'd like to share my screen. But sorry. Let me stop share first.
Ya,
Yeah, sorry ya. Let me minimize this. Okay. 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 Sorry. Okay, can you see? Yeah? Okay. So today,
good.
I'm very pleased to share with you on how you can transform your confidence and transform your career. And this is in collaboration with CFA Society Indonesia, and I am Ronawati Wongso, CFA. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself, although Pak Rahmat already introduced me. Who am I? I am Ronawati Wongso, CFA. I am a finance professional and former CFO with 30 plus years of experience. I am a business consultant and advisor. And I'm also author of Company Makeover for Massive Profits, which you can purchase at Tokopedia or rantaibusinessacademy.com. I'm also a Toastmaster member and passionate communicator. And I am also one struggle with speaking confidence, just like many professionals, just like you. Now I'd like to share with you a moment that changed my career. Let me stop here and so we can have face to face. I just remember, just fresh in my mind, when I just completed my MBA and start working for an American oil company. I work in Jakarta and I just started being a budget analyst at that time. And in oil company, we always have many joint venture because we would like to spread the risk and also the reward. And we have regular meeting which we discuss with our joint venture partners. And most of them are expatriates. And as a newcomer, I was tasked to make a presentation to our joint venture partners. I was very nervous, very sweaty, and this is the first time, my first job, that I have to do my presentation. So can you imagine how I feel at the time? Very nervous. So I did my presentation, and when I finished, everyone praised me. It was a very good presentation. Oh, I was so proud. And this is true. I could not sleep for many nights because I was so happy. Everyone gave me handshake, congratulations, well done, And I think there is also the feeling that you would feel if you have done something right. And that will increase your confidence as well. Don't you all agree? Now let me share my screen again. Now, let's see the power of one well-delivered presentation. That was my one well-delivered presentation. And it was very clear. I basically gave all the financial information. And if there are any variety on the numbers, the significance of it, why it happened, then I explained clearly and answered the questions clearly. And I was praised by international joint venture partners, and I was so proud I couldn't sleep for days. And that moment changed how I saw myself. I would say that you would do the same if you were me. That one well-delivered presentation boosts my confidence. And how confidence transformed my careers. As people see how I explain clearly, how I present well on the result of operation, then they trusted me that with bigger responsibility. My ideas are heard and respected. So when I speak, they listen more. And I was seen as leadership material, and opportunities come to those who speak up. And I can explain this, I work in an oil company. And usually in a foreign company, there are always opportunities to rotate employees, especially rotate overseas. So at that time, after working about 1 year in the company was considering of sending an employee to the head office in Houston. And I was considered a candidate for that position. So they asked me for my detail, the photo, etc. for processing. So it's an opportunity which I believe will not happen unless they see me as a good leadership material. So opportunities open up. But unfortunately, before the decision was made, I had to go back to Surabaya because I was getting married. So it did not materialize that I moved to Houston. But in the first place, when I applied to the company, because at that time I applied while I took my MBA in Texas, I did not want to work in the US. At that time, specifically, I was looking for a job in Jakarta. Because at that time, my boyfriend lived in Indonesia and we both live in Surabaya. So that one well-delivered speech transformed my confidence and transformed my careers. And it could be yours as well. Now, what I wish I knew earlier. At that time, I didn't know Toastmaster existed. Maybe you have a question. What is Toastmasters? I will explain a little bit later. But as an undergraduate student at the time, although later on I took MBA, we have what we call business communication class, where we have to deliver speeches, and my university at that time has the facility to record my speech. So I can view it, review it, and make improvement. Now I was thinking, if I had practiced regularly in a safe environment, my growth could have been faster and easier. In addition, when I worked in this oil company, I work in Conoco, by the way, I also took Dale Carnegie workshop. But Dale Carnegie workshop is completely different from Toastmasters or in any English courses. In Toastmaster, we practice. While in English courses, usually we just learn about the theory. Now, some of you probably ask, well, I'd like to have something like Rona, the confidence to speak, and I can deliver my speech well, because communication, delivering speech is not just about the content, but it conveys a lot of messages. It's about your personal brand image and how people perceive you. Now, as I said, if I had known Toastmaster earlier, I would have joined Toastmaster at the time. But I just knew Toastmaster a few years ago, and then I joined Toastmasters, and I'd like to spread the words to help you all to build your confidence, to be a better communicator, to be a better leader, and transform your career. So Toastmaster is a global nonprofit organization, and it focuses on communication and leadership development. Learn by doing, as I mentioned, because we deliver our speeches in every regular meeting, and it's also supportive, structure, and fun environment. Toastmaster is about 100 years, has been founded in 1924. It has 300,000 plus members in 149 countries and 15,800 plus clubs. If you have more questions about Toastmaster, please ask me at the end of the session. I will have a Q&A session. Now, probably you ask, how could I improve my confidence? And how could I improve my public speaking skill? Well, in Toastmaster, in every meeting, we have 3 sessions. Table topic, which is an impromptu speech, and this is open to everyone, including members, guests, and prospective members. It will help you to nail in your interview questions, answers, your social meetings, or your elevator pitch, because you don't have to prepare. So basically, it's just impromptu. And then the second is prepare speech session and also evaluation sessions. These 2 are reserved for the members. Prepare speech sessions is where you can try to deliver your speeches, try to improve your public speaking and communication skill, and then you will get feedback. from your peers. So you give feedback and you also receive feedback. That's how we learn, because by giving and receiving feedback, we can learn what is good and what needs to be improved. Now, I'd like to say that there is a Speechcraft. Now, what's the difference between Speechcraft and Toastmaster? Speechcraft is a mini workshop of Toastmaster, and it is only 7 sessions, and each session is about 2 hours. It's a short structured communication program, and it's designed for beginners, especially for those of you who don't have any confidence to speak in public, which many of us started that way. So we could stutter, we could maybe blank out, we don't even remember what to say. So although I have been CFO for many years, more than 20 years, when I first joined Toastmaster, I can see that I could have improved a lot in my speeches when I was a CFO. Even on my first speech, I lost train of thought. I just stopped, check my notes, and as time goes on, I become better and better. So this Speechcraft will help you to have a short structure communication program to help you with your basic communication foundation. So it's designed for beginners. It's safe environment to practice because nobody will bully you and people will support you and would like to see you to be a winner. And we learn by doing, not theory, because you improve and deliver your speeches directly. You are guided by experienced Toastmaster and you learn to speak confidently in just a few weeks. This is the session. The difference between Toastmaster and Speechcraft is that in Speechcraft, we will have education session. It means like for each sessions, we will have education session. For example, we started with basic speech communication skill. What is included? For example, we have a beginning, body, and closing. And then about vocal variety, about body language, about what's the intention of you delivering a speech. For example, is it to inform? Is it to inspire? Is it to entertain? So in these education sessions, we will have a speaker who will help you understand the content, what you need to prepare for your next project. And then the rest is the same. And what you will gain from Speechcraft: confidence to speak in meetings and presentation, clear and structured communication, ability to influence and persuade, and also constructive feedback to grow fast. Because in Speechcraft, you will be guided by a mentor. It's a one-to-one mentor who will hand-holding with you. So how Toastmaster help transform my career or your career? Communication skill is really important because oftentimes what we see when they speak, it will project a lasting impression. Because I remember, for example, our board member, Melissa. I attended one of her speeches a few years ago, and she did very well in her speech. She project confidence in herself. She project the knowledge she has, the experience she has. And that impression lasts a lifetime to me. So I view her very positive, someone who is very capable, very professional, very executive-like. And that is what we would like people to project of us. Not just our boss, also our peers, and even people who we may not know. Because that self-image, that personal brands will take you far from your current career for your current professional life. So it will help you build executive presence. It will improve your presentation and storytelling skills, especially in Toastmaster. We learn about storytelling over and over because With storytelling, people can grasp and remember better, and it will enhance your presentation. And you can communicate with impact and credibility and become leadership ready. Now, I would like to share about a testimonial. This is from one of our Speechcraft participants last year. And Paula is a lawyer. She joined our Speechcraft and later become a member of Toastmaster. And let's share what she has with us.
Hi, thank you everyone. I want you to imagine this. You are standing in the front of a room full of people. Palms are sweaty.
Hold on. Can
Your
you?
heart is racing.
Sorry.
Your mind went completely blank.
Excuse me. Do you see the video or not?
No, tidak Bu, videonya nggak kelihatan.
Oh, nggak kelihatan ya. Okay, let me. Okay. Because I saw that it was paused, so that's why I checked with you whether you see it. Okay, let me. Okay. Okay, let me share again. Sorry about it. Sorry, let me get this. Can you see? Yeah? Can you see?
Yes, Ibu.
Okay, let me start over, yeah? Sorry about it.
Hi, thank you everyone. I want you to imagine this. You are standing in the front of a room full of people. Palms are sweaty. Your heart is racing. Your mind went completely blank. You know you have something to say, but the words won't just come out from your mouth. That was exactly me at my very first Toastmasters meeting. I was nervous, I was unsure, and I was convinced that public speaking just wasn't for me. But today, as I stand before you, I can confidently say that joining Toastmasters was one of the most transformative, fulfilling decisions that I made this year. It wasn't just about learning to give speeches, but it was also a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and also growth. And I would love to share that journey with you today. Like many people, I joined Toastmasters because I want to conquer my fear of public speaking. My first meeting was nerve-wracking. When I entered the room, filled with confident speakers like DTM Rona, the guys, and also my mentors, people who seemed to own the stage effortlessly. And meanwhile, I was there, I was like praying with my heart, like I will not be called upon. But then came the dreaded moment, the table topic session. My heart sank actually when my name was called. But again, I tried to stand up, and for what felt like an eternity to me, my mind went completely blank. I mumbled a few sentences, but I don't know if I made any sense back then. And I'm actually convinced that I had embarrassed myself during my first table topic session. But then something unexpected happened. The audience clapped, they smiled, and they encouraged me. And that's when I realized that Toastmasters wasn't about being perfect, it was about progress. And that terrifying moment somehow became my first small victory. And week after week, I kept showing up. I delivered my first prepared speech and sharing my story also with the club. My hands were still shaking, but this time I feel like my voice was stronger. And the more speeches I gave, the more I learned, and not just about what public speaking, but actually about myself. One of the most powerful lessons that I learned was the art of storytelling. I used to think that speeches were just about delivering information, but Toastmasters taught me that the best speeches aren't just heard, they're actually felt. So, through my personal stories and hopefully humor and emotion, I learned to connect with my audience on a deeper level. And then came a defining moment in my journey, the first time that I won the best table topic speaker and also the best prepared speech speaker. I still remember that confetti on Zoom and the rush of excitement and actually the sense of achievement I never thought possible. And at that moment, I wasn't just speaking, I was connecting. And I wasn't just learning, but I was inspiring others. Now, I won't pretend that the journey was always smooth. There were times that I forgot my speech, lost in my train of thoughts, or completely bombed my presentation. But one of the gifts of Toastmasters is that failure isn't something to be ashamed of. It is a stepping stone for improvement. I remember one speech that I had prepared. I thought it would be my best one yet, but the moment I was given the stage, I actually fumbled my words and skipped an entire sections of my speech. And again, at the end, I think I embarrassed myself. I felt so bad after that. But instead of feeling discouraged, my evaluators back then actually gave me a very constructive feedback, not just on what went wrong, but on what went right. And I think that's the beauty of Toastmasters. It's a place where mistakes don't define you, but they actually shape you. Over time, I realized that Toastmasters wasn't just about becoming a better speaker, it was about becoming a better leader. And the impact of Toastmasters actually impacts the confidence that I gain extended far beyond this meeting. I start to speak up more at work. I lead more discussions and also give more presentations without the familiar wave of anxiety. I become more self-assured in interviews and also social situation and everyday conversations. Looking back, my Toastmasters journey has been about so much more than standing in front of a room and talking. It's been about facing fears, embracing failures, discovering my voice, and most importantly, helping and inspiring others to find their own voice. And I could not say this more proud than I am right now, but to anyone considering joining Toastmasters, I have one message for you. If you have ever doubted yourself, if you have ever been afraid to speak up, if you've ever believed that public speaking wasn't for you, trust me, I've been there. But I promise you, Toastmasters can change that. Because confidence is not something that you are born with, it is something that you build one speech at a time.
Silakan Bu
Let
Rona.
applause. Yes.
Ya, dikirain freeze tadi. Silakan lanjut.
Yeah. Let's give a round of applause to Paula. Yay. I think it's a very inspiring speech. And maybe then you say, what's the connection between your confidence and your career? Well, oftentimes, as Paula said, we have so much fear to stand up in public. We have so much fear to spotlight ourselves. And by practicing and by delivering your speeches, you can confidently develop yourself. And when you are confident, it will reflect in yourself. People can see that you are confident. And as I mentioned, there are many benefits of being confident to transform your career. Now let me share screen again. Yeah. Okay, so why this matters for you? Many of us believe that technical skills alone is enough. If we are good, people will see us. But I think those of us who are already in the corporate world, we know that is not true. That is not enough. To transform your careers, not just technical skills, but you need communication skills. Because you must explain complex ideas clearly. Do you ever attend a presentation where there are so many technical jargon and the person who presented very capable, but you don't understand and you don't see him as competent person? I believe all of us have experienced it. And also, with technical skills alone are not enough to influence decisions and stakeholders, because you need to learn on how to be persuasive. And also confidence accelerate career growth. I have my career I started as a budget analyst in oil company. And then I moved to banking, but within 7 years, I become a CFO. So being confident will help you transform your careers. Confidence in your public speaking is a small step, or the first step you need to take to be confident in yourself. And now I would like to call to your attention to turn you to transform your confidence and your career follow. So you don't have, I transform my confidence and my career follow. You don't have to wait as long as I did. Join Toastmasters Speechcraft and transform your confidence and transform your career. Now let me explain a little bit about Speechcraft. Yeah, the Speechcraft will be in English. We will meet every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. from 31st January to 14th of March 2026. It's 7 sessions and it's online via Zoom. So you can join from everywhere, not just from Indonesia, but also outside of Indonesia. And the investment, I would say, is very budget friendly. It's 1,850,000 for the public. And if you are a CFA charter holders or candidate, you will receive 500,000 subsidy from CFA Society Indonesia limited availability. So you will just pay 1,350,000, and it includes 6 months Toastmaster membership. So please scan this and to register. And you can also contact me through WhatsApp at 0853-3035-1900. And Bu Dewi will share about the link to register.
Sudah Bu, sudah di-share.
Udah ya. I transform my confidence, my career follow. So don't wait as long as I did. Join Toastmasters Speechcraft now. Thank you. Bu Dewi will share about the link to register.
Sudah Bu, sudah di-share.
Okay. I transform my confidence, my career follow. So don't wait as long as I did. Ini kok yang gema belakangan ya ini ya? Kayaknya ya.
Ya, sebentar.
Okay. Okay, so now we are open for Q&A.
Bu, sudah di-share.
So please feel free to ask any questions. So don't wait as long as I did. Join yang gema belakangan ya ini ya? Kayaknya ya.
Ya, sebentar.
Okay. Okay, so now we are open
Di
for
YouTube itu
ini
Pak.
ada yang pakai
Ya,
ini
sebentar.
ada yang pakai dua nih. Ini Eko.
Itu di YouTube, YouTube-nya masuk ke
Okay, let me see the chat ya. If anyone have any questions. Okay, now we are open for Q&A. Anyone have any questions?
Silakan ya.
Silakan.
Aku remove spotlight dulu. Biar gampang. Bagi yang mau tanyakan, silakan raise hand atau langsung unmute aja karena kita nggak banyak.
Hai Ibu, perkenalkan nama saya Stefani. Terima kasih atas pengantarnya. Sebelumnya saya ingin bertanya, apakah ada sesi personal kah dalam Spacecraft? Karena saat ini saya mengalami kesulitan untuk mendeliver, apalagi terutama dalam interview.
Maksudnya personal itu bagaimana? Apakah one to one gitu ya maksudnya ya?
Ya, iya Ibu.
Ya, dengan Speechcraft ini sebetulnya keuntungannya ada mentornya, jadi ada guide-nya one to one. Jadi setiap peserta itu didampingi oleh satu mentor, di mana itu akan bisa menjawab pertanyaan, akan membimbing, membantulah untuk jadi handholding selama sesinya. Ini kalau untuk Speechcraft ini sama seperti kalau langsung join Toastmaster itu level 1. Jadi ini sangat dasar sekali, jadi belajar mengenai bagaimana structure a speech, mengenai writing a speech with purpose ya. Jadi tujuan kita untuk speech karena di dalam melakukan speech itu kita yang terutama itu tujuannya apa dulu. Kalau kita udah jelas tujuannya sehingga kita bisa delivernya tuh jelas. Kemudian juga kita belajar mengenai body language and vocal variety. Kemudian kita juga belajar mengenai memberikan evaluasi atau feedback kepada teman kita. Apakah saya menjawab, Stefani, pertanyaannya?
Cukup menjawab Ibu.
Sehingga ini dalam Speechcraft ini memang pesertanya ada, ini sengaja tidak dalam besar ya, tidak dalam grup yang besar karena itu tadi karena ada kebutuhan untuk mentoring sehingga memang small class, jadi small group aja. Dan di Speechcraft ini keuntungannya adalah ada education speaker, kemudian ada mentornya juga one to one. Kalau kita membernya ada beberapa, itu kita banyak ya. Kita banyak itu katakanlah maksimal 20 lah ya. Karena kita akan bagi menjadi breakout room supaya bisa fit in dalam 2 jam. Ya, dengan mentornya masing-masing. Ya.
Oke, terima kasih banyak Ibu atas informasinya.
Ya, sama-sama. Ada lagi pertanyaan?
Silakan kalau ada pertanyaan lain.
Ini ada teman saya Gusti di sini. Mungkin Gusti mau share, Gusti, pengalamannya gimana? Ini
Oke,
saya
Bu.
lihat Gusti juga transform cukup signifikan ya Gusti ya. Saya udah sama-sama Gusti berapa tahun nih. Silakan Gusti. Mungkin kameranya bisa di-on kan?
Oke, sebentar ya, saya coba setup dulu biar bisa on kamera.
Ya, sembari menunggu, saya izin share itu ya, yang tadi.
Hmm.
Yang tadi Bu
Atau saya share aja ya yang ini ya,
itu,
yang ada
ya,
untuk registration link sama ini ya. Jadi sambil kita ngobrol, ini ya. Oke, sebentar.
udah cukup
Saya
sih Bu.
share screen. Hah?
Jadi cukup biar ini CFA Charter Holder dan CFA Program Candidates kami bantu ya, karena CFA Society Indonesia sangat percaya kalau public speaking itu penting. Jadi kenapa kami dukung, kenapa kami keluarkan dana mendukung kalian ya karena kami sangat percaya kemampuan untuk bisa public speaking itu sangat penting untuk kemajuan karier Bapak Ibu semua. Ya, terima kasih.
Yeah,
Silakan
thank
Gusti.
you.
Ya,
Hmm.
di unmute mungkin Gusti. Silakan.
Iya, iya halo selamat malam semuanya. Selamat malam CFA Society Indonesia. Ya, saya sedikit sharing ya, Bu Rona ya. Manfaat saya ketika saya join Toastmasters. Saya ini awalnya kerja di supply chain, jadi behind the decks. Kemudian saya sekarang pindah industrinya di consultant, IT consultant. Nah, suatu ketika tuh klien kami itu mengundang untuk memberikan sesi training. Nah, waktu itu atasan saya bingung karena kebanyakan dari kami itu engineer dan beliau melihat bahwa saya itu join community Toastmasters. Jadi saya ditunjuk waktu itu. Nah, alhasil bayangkan teman-teman, awalnya saya sangat introvert dan behind the decks. Untuk mungkin berbicara 2 menit saja di depan umum untuk peserta saya sulit. Tapi berkat Toastmasters, saya juga belajar untuk delivering ideas, kemudian managing audience. Saya bisa memberikan training itu sekitar 12 jam. Jadi mulai pukul 9 pagi sampai 10 malam. Dan saya menghandle berbagai macam usia audiens ya, mulai dari yang masih lebih muda, sebaya ataupun lebih tua. Nah, itu bagaimana saya menjaga mood peserta agar tetap aktif, agar tetap engage, agar tetap terdeliver pesan yang kita tahu saya belajar di Toastmasters. Jadi tekniknya seperti itu. Jadi bisa dibayangkan waktu itu saya harus terbang ke Padang, dia tahu audisi seperti apa, orangnya awam semua, harus deliver materi. Nah itu yang pasti pertama-tama kan pada ini ya, pada silent semua ya, pada kaku semua. Kita juga belajar namanya untuk apa namanya, how to catch the audience, how to breaking the ice gitu. Kita belajar, kita juga bikin jadi lebih lebih apa namanya, lebih cair, kemudian lebih menyenangkan. Nah itu saya belajar teknik-tekniknya. Bagaimana juga misalkan kita menghadapi peserta audisi yang kritis misalkan. Kita menyampaikan misalkan tempo hari saya menyampaikan sebuah teknologi AI, itu ada satu peserta yang sangat kritis sekali dan bertanyanya sangat detail gitu dan membantah gitu. Itu di Toastmaster kita juga belajar bagaimana kita menghandle audisi seperti itu. Ataupun ada audisi yang tidak kitanya juga diam saja gitu ya, tidak memberikan jawaban. Kita diajari juga bagaimana kita menggali pertanyaan menjadi pendengar yang aktif seperti itu. Kira-kira gitu teman-teman yang saya dapatkan. Baik Bu Rana.
Ya, terima kasih banyak Gusti. Saya melihat transformasi Gusti ya, karena seperti yang Gusti katakan, awalnya tuh introvert gitu ya, kayaknya kurang pede ya. Tapi sekarang udah pede sekali, udah very confident. Dia bisa memimpin banyak meeting-meeting, aktif di acara-acara event-event juga. Karena di Toastmaster selain daripada public speaking, kita juga latihan menjadi leader. Makanya itu kita selalu bilang we're leader. Ya, itu untuk kita menjadi great leader. Ya, terima kasih Gusti atas testimonialnya. Apakah teman-teman ada pertanyaan? Kalau yang mau daftar silakan klik ya. Di situ nanti ada informasinya mau transfer kemana. Diisi dulu nggak apa-apa. Transfernya nanti belakangan juga bisa. Ya silakan kalau ada yang bertanya. Visia mau bertanya? Oke.
Belum, Bu Rona. Terima kasih.
Oke. Mungkin kalau tidak ada pertanyaan mungkin kita tutup ya Pak.
Baik, Bu Rona, kalau teman-teman tidak ada pertanyaan, Ya, kami akan tutup bagi para
Sorry
CFA
Pak, boleh foto
candidate.
dulu Pak bersama Pak.
Oke,
Maaf, kalau bisa
silakan Bu
dibuka
Dewi.
dulu kameranya semua.
Silakan semua on kameranya.
Oke. Oke. 1, 2, 3. Oke, terima kasih.
Oke, bagi CFA candidate maupun CFA charter holder, kalau ada pertanyaan bisa komunikasi melalui WhatsApp group ya, masing-masing. Baik, Bapak Ibu, terima kasih Bu Rona. Selamat malam semua.
Terima
Terima
kasih.
kasih. Terima
Malam.
kasih Pak
Terima
Rahmat,
kasih
terima
Bu
kasih
Rona.
Bu Dewi, terima kasih kepada
Terima
teman-teman dan
kasih.
juga terima kasih kepada Gusti juga. Sangat senang bisa berkesempatan berbagi dengan teman-teman karena saya sangat senang apabila teman-teman juga bisa sukses transform your career as well. Okay, have a good evening everyone.
Terima kasih.